Hi everyone, in this video I wanna share some tips on how to survive your first winter, especially if you are new to the game. I still remember the first time I played Don't Starve. Autumn was all fun and games until winter came. The berry bushes stopped giving berries, the night seemed never to end. Hey, why I keep being chased by these crazy shadow monsters? Oh, I need grass for torch. And at that time I was playing as Willow because I like her name. Willow sounds cute, but as you know, it's not so cute anymore when I keep freezing to death. Come on, how can anyone survive this damn winter? As you already experienced and suffered, winter comes with 5 main challenges: freezing, a regular heat source, low sanity from long nights, food and resources, and of course, Deerclops, the best destroyer. I will share on how to deal with each of the challenge, and also make sure to stay until the end of the video for 6 extra tips to help your survival in winter. First challenge is the freezing that is unavoidable even if we go to cave, and will eventually freeze us to death if we didn't do anything. We can slow down the freezing by wearing clothing with freezing resistance, or called as insulation clothes, but eventually we will need to have a heat source. You must have either thermal stone or insulation clothes that will keep you warm much longer. Here are the comparison of how long we can last before taking damage from freezing. When we don't have heat source, as we can see, we can survive the longest by wearing clothing with high insulation such as buffalo hat. However, wearing buffalo hat can be risky sometimes, as we usually wear backpack for body slot and football helmet on head slot. If we forget to switch to football helmet while in combat, we can take unnecessary bigger damage. The safer option will be bringing a heated thermal stone wherever we go. The only downside is that we need to reheat the stone from time to time, and we need a fire source to heat it. I usually burn a lone tree or a grass or sapling that is far from other burnable objects, so that the fire will not spread. Sometimes we can forget to take our thermal stone when we go out from base, so having a buffalo hat wherever you go will be helpful as well. Just remember to switch to football helmet whenever you are about to fight. Buffalo hat is easy to make as well. Make a buffalo bell, bond with a buffalo that you're gonna kill, lure it away from the herds, hit it once, then dodge. Then hit 6 times and dodge. Repeat until it dies. We have 25% chance to get buffalo horn. Tips here. Don't be shy to roll back if you had slaughtered almost the entire herd but haven't get the horn, as the drop is purely RNG. One buffalo hat can last for 10 days before it gets destroyed, so we can wear this hat from time to time whenever we need to stay warm longer. There are other clothes that give freezing resistance as well, such as puffy vest, winter hat, and so on. However, in terms of benefit and easiness of making it, buffalo hat is the easiest to make and give top freezing resistance as well. I advise to make buffalo hat in autumn so you are not rushing to make it in winter. Second challenge is to get a regular heat source. I find it easy to make a campfire anywhere whenever I need to warm up. However, the difficult part is to make the fire last longer, especially in winter where our sanity is constantly in lower level and those creepy musical hands keep snuffing out our fire. The best solution for this is go to savanna where the buffaloes are, dig out the grass that are abundant there, take at least 20 grass tufts and put it beside your fire pit in your base. One grass tuft can give 6 minutes of fire. That is 3/4 of a day. When night approaches, fuel your fire pit with one grass tuft and enjoy the fire illuminating your base for the whole night. Don't worry about the grass that you dig. They will regrow again from time to time. The other alternative is to get poop dropped by the buffaloes, but it requires you to regularly visit them. Grass tuft is better in my opinion. You can use saplings as fuel as well. However, the grass is much more abundant in savanna biome, so you don't have to worry that you will have difficulty to get more grass tufts in the future. Or you can also dig out the spiky bushes in desert or swamp biome for the same value of fuel as grass tufts and sapling. Herd challenge is low sanity from long ducks and nighttime. Most of the characters in Don't Starve will lose around 5 sanity per minute in ducks and nighttime. In winter, the ducks and nighttime will last between 5 to 6 minutes each day, so in a day our character will lose around 25 to 30 sanity, eventually making us insane if we don't restore our sanity. The easiest way to restore sanity is from picking flowers that usually abundant in grassland biome, where we can find bees and we can pick a lot of flowers around the bee queen as well. Picking one flower will restore 5 sanity. Same with the grass in savanna, these flowers will grow back in time. So don't hesitate to pick these flowers when you need sanity boost. You can either eat the petals to restore 1 HP each, or use it as fuel for your fire. If there is no flower around, you can go to forest biome where the spiders and pigmen are, get the green mushrooms that show up during dusk time. But don't eat it raw, as eating a raw green cap will reduce 50 sanity. Cook it to restore 15 sanity but at the cost of 3 HP. Or if you are in deciduous biome where the pig king is, you can find blue mushrooms at night. If eaten raw, it will give 20 HP, 12.5 hunger but deduct 15 sanity. If you cook the blue cap, eating it will restore 10 sanity, but at the cost of 3 HP. So it depends if you need to restore HP or sanity. Another good option will be going to desert and pick the cactus. But remember to wear football helmet or lock suit because we will take 6 damage when we pick the cactus without wearing any armor. Cook the cactus to get 15 sanity, 12.5 hunger and 1 HP restoration. And cactus will regrow every 4 days even in winter. So we can get 10 to 20 cactus for hunger and sanity, then come back 4 to 5 days later. Aside from foods, we can also restore sanity from sleeping in tent. However, aside from 3 ropes and 4 twigs, a tent needs 6 silk to make. If you are new in the game and not very good in combat yet, you can increase your sanity from flowers, green or blue mushrooms or cactus. But if you already mastered the basic of combat in Don't Starve and want a better option, put on your football helmet and your weapon as we're gonna take down the Magtucks. In autumn, you might see this weird round patch in the forest biome or in the rocky biome. In winter, it is a spawning point for a family of hunter consisted of Magtucks, his son, and 2 blue hounds. What we want is the hat that Magtucks is wearing, called as Tam O'Shanter. It provides 6.7 sanity regen per minute while we wear it, plus a good amount of insulation point. Wearing this will completely negate the sanity reduction in dusk and nighttime. Since it has 25% drop rate, we might need to kill some Magtucks before we can get this cool hat. However, aside from the hat, we can also get walrus tucks that can be made into walking cane for 25% speed bonus. Walrus tucks drop at 50% rate. This mob is a must to kill in winter. However, killing it might be a bit tricky and risky. Make sure you have a heated thermal stone, a spare football helmet, and some healing foods just in case. First, we need to take down the blue hounds. Since they only have 100 HP, hitting them twice with handbag or tentacle spike will kill them, but they will explode and freeze nearby characters upon death, in which we will be frozen if we take 2 freeze explosions within short time. You might be tempted to wait for a while for the chilling effect to wear off before killing the second blue hound, but Magtucks will keep attacking us with his ranged blow dart attack. So it's better to quickly kill both hounds, get frozen, take 1 hit from Magtucks to unfreeze us, then chase him. When we have chased Magtucks far enough, he will walk back head to home, which is our time to take him down. Magtucks will respawn every 2.5 days, so you have chance to get Tam O'Shanter every 3 days. Next will be about food and resources in winter. As you already noticed, berry bushes, grass, saplings and reeds will not grow back in winter, so you will have to find grass and twigs somewhere else aside from your usual spot. It is best to stock at least 40 grass, 40 twigs and 20 logs in autumn for you to use in winter. As for food, the good news is that we have a new, better alternative than berry bushes in winter, which is the ice. It is a very useful filler in crockpot dishes where berries and mushroom are scarce in winter. If in autumn you cook meatballs with monster meat, red mushroom or berries, now we can use monster meat and 3 ice to get the same meatballs. We can get ice from mining the mini glacier in rocky biome, or in the first few days of winter, roam nearby the sea. Penguins will come out and make a nest nearby with some mini glaciers for us to mine. It will take 1 to 3 days for mini glaciers to regrow again. Get at least 30 to 40 ice. Trust me, you will never have enough of ice in your first year. You can replace any filler in your crockpot recipe as long as it doesn't specify a certain requirement. Example, 2 meats, 1 monster meat and 1 ice will make the meaty stew. Okay, so now the berry problem is solved, but how about meat and vegetables? Aside from monster meat, meat is one of the most important ingredients that we can use to cook useful crockpot foods such as meaty stew and honey ham, and also for a ham bed. We can get meats from these mobs. Here's how to defeat them. Fault Goat. Attack when it's sleeping, hit 5 times then dodge when it's awake, then hit 2 times and dodge. Repeat until it dies. Water Pig. Hit 3 times then dodge. Tallbird. Hit twice then dodge. If it is sleeping, you can get 4 to 5 free hits before it's awake. Caution that sometimes tallbird will walk a bit farther before attacking, so wait until its attack animation landed, dodge then hit twice. For Koalefant and Winter Koalefant, we can find them after following the tracks from the suspicious dirt piles. We wait until nighttime when the Koalefant is sleeping, attack once then dodge, then hit 6 times and dodge. For monster meat, the easiest source is the spiders. But in winter, the spider nests in the forest biome already grow to level 3. It's best to fight the spiders in the daytime, where the only spiders that come out is from those you are attacking. Bring Chester and 1 or 2 traps, depend on how many grass you have. Lay the traps and put Chester nearby the den. When the spider warrior comes out, lure them into the trap. Chester can be used as a bait to take the spiders aggro so you can attack them safely one by one. If you want a safer source of meat, you can make 3 to 4 traps and place it on top of a rabbit hole to catch the rabbit, which can be killed to get morsel. 2 morsels and 2 ice will become meatballs as well. Or if you need healing, 1 morsel and 3 ice will make a bunny stew which restore 20 HP and a decent 37.5 hunger. The other alternative will be finding a bunch of burrows that usually can be found near the starting area. Each burrow contains a mole worm that will come out in dusk time. You can lure them to come to you by dropping a flint or rock, then hit them when they come out. Both rabbit hole and burrow will regenerate new rabbit and mole worm every 2.5 days, so you can get your meat source alternatively between these two. As for vegetables, we can make a farm plot using garden rigger magic, but we will need seeds that the birds drop during autumn, as the birds will not drop seeds anymore in winter. Potato and asparagus will be your best choice to fulfill your hunger and health if needed. But I suggest not to use farm as your main source of food, as it takes 4 to 5 days for a plant to be harvested. But if you have a lot of seeds, you can survive winter from just farming alone, especially if you plant a lot of potatoes. Last but not least for the bees, Deerclops. Fighting Deerclops can be difficult not only because of its area attack, but also because of the massive sanity drain aura that will quickly attract the shadow creatures to attack you. However, these Deerclops can be very easy to deal with. Before day 30, when you go to forest biome, chop the old trees that will fall with one chop, as there is a 1.33% chance to spawn Treeguard whenever we chop down a tree after day 3. Sometimes Treeguard already spawn in autumn when we chop trees, especially in the forest biome where there are a lot of trees. We can lure Deerclops to attack Treeguard by baiting Deerclops' attack to hit the Treeguard. Treeguard spawn between 3 sizes. The medium one will leave Deerclops with around 700 to 800 HP after Deerclops defeat it, while the biggest one will take down Deerclops without us having to fight her. So we don't need to risk ourselves to fight Deerclops, especially if we are not good in fighting her yet. If you already spawned Treeguard in autumn when chopping trees, remember their location and go to this location on day 30. You can leave a trap on where the Treeguard spawned, as trap will always show on map, in case you forgot where it spawned. By the way, Treeguard will chase you endlessly when it spawns, but you can calm the Treeguard by planting pine cones near it, making it losing aggro on you. But in case if you haven't spawned Treeguard yet, you can still defeat Deerclops by yourself. Have at least 2 football helmet, some sanity food and HP food, hit your thermal stone and pre-craft a sign. By the time dusk come on day 30, go away from your base to an open space where you can fight Deerclops undisturbed. Place your sign to lure Deerclops, and have your campfire pre-crafted as well. Quick info here, Deerclops only have one attack, which is a cone-shaped ice blast that will freeze you if you get 3 hits in a row. Since her attack is cone-shaped, means it is easier to dodge by moving around her in small circle. Here is simple steps to dodge. Hit 4 times, then move in L shape to dodge Deerclops' attack. After the Ice Blast animation landed, get back to hit 4 times, then repeat moving in L shape. This way we can defeat Deerclops while taking no damage at all, as seen in video. By the way, we can also bring Deerclops to forest biome while waiting for daytime to arrive. Deerclops can help us to chop trees and even help to clean up level 3 spider den quickly. But watch out on your thermal stone, as you will be freezing if you roam around in the forest too long without having a heat source. After Deerclops done enough for you, defeat her to get Deerclops' eyeball that is needed for spring and summer. Well done! You had not only survived the harsh winter but also defeated Deerclops. You are amazing! Alright, here are some tips to help you survive. Number 1. Tallbird egg can be cooked into tall Scotch eggs that give you 150 hunger, 60 health and 5 sanity. Eating one will keep you full for 2 days and give a huge HP as well. And very easy to make. Put 1 tallbird egg, vegetable with value of 1 and twigs. Note here that vegetable has 2 values, 0.5 and 1. Here are the lists. So if you're gonna cook your tallbird egg with mushrooms, make sure you put 2 mushrooms. The rest can be twig. You can use crockpot mod that can help you predict your cooking to avoid wasting the precious tallbird egg. Tallbird lay egg every 5 days. So every 5 days, you can go to Mosaic biome and enjoy the thrill of egg haze. Number 2. This gigantic beehive can be hammered to get honey. Each time we hammer it, there is a 49% chance we can get honey, in which we can add honey in our food if we need to restore HP. Or we can keep honey as emergency food source, as it lasts for 40 days before spoiling. We can hammer this beehive every day as it will refill itself every 8 minutes in game time. If the queen comes out, just run away and you will be safe. Number 3. Remember this cute bouncy fuzzy ball you found in Deciduous biome during full moon? Well, if you run out of food but have some ice, you can force attack on Glommer and kill it, in which it will drop 3 monster meat for you to cook 3 meatballs to survive another 2.5 more days. If you had to do this, bring Glommer away from your base, as killing it will immediately spawn Krampus that will steal items that you lay around your base. Krampus will avoid you at first, but will keep trying to steal any items you drop on the floor, and eventually you will be able to attack it. For kiting, hit once then dodge. The timing is quite tight for Krampus, and killing it will give you 1 monster meat and 2 charcoals for your fire needs, and also sweet 1% chance for Krampus sack. For Glommer, you can get it again on the next full moon on day 31. By the way, as you can see, Krampus will fall asleep at night, so it's better to do this in nighttime to attack Krampus easier. Number 4. If you have planted berry bushes in your base and your bee farm is already ongoing in autumn, you can leave them unharvested until you need them for food, as unharvested berries and honey will remain in maximum freshness forever until you harvest it. Number 5. Dragonfly desert is your best friend in winter. Aside from the cactus, you can also get grass and twigs from tumbleweed that you can find stuck at the edges of the biome. Visit the desert if you need food or grass or twigs, or even monster meat, as you can also find hound mounts that will spawn hounds periodically. Lure them one by one, hit twice and dodge. Repeat for your meatballs. Number 6. If you want to catch the rabbit but you are short in grass and twigs to make a trap, in the daytime when the rabbits come out, place a carrot or berries nearby the rabbit. It will slowly approach your bait, but don't approach it until it starts eating your bait. When the rabbit is eating your bait, you can approach it and kill it, as it will not run away while eating. But I prefer to catch the rabbit with trap, because when our sanity is below 40%, the rabbit in our inventory will turn into birdling. When we cook it directly on the fire source, we will get a cooked monster meat, compared to only getting morsel when killing or cooking the regular rabbit. So a low sanity can be helpful sometimes. A closing note, at the end of winter after you had not only survived but thrived against the bitter cold and Deerclops, go to desert to get 4 bone shards from hammering this skull bone. Or you can hammer any skeleton as well, but honestly I prefer to respect the dead. We will need 4 bone shards, 15 twigs and 1 Deerclops eyeball to make umbrella to help us combat the heavy rain in spring and the scorching heat in summer. Also get another 30 to 40 ice for your crockpot needs and save 15 ice to make ice fillingomatic in summer to keep your base safe from summer wildfire. I hope this video can help you survive your first winter easier, and if you're already experienced in the game and wanted to share your winter tips, I will be delighted to learn something new from your experience as well. Thanks so much for watching. You're awesome!